Hi, I'm Jane Santa Cruz, and I've mentored with Bold Idea for a number of semesters in the past. However, now I support training incoming mentors. So I'd like to take this opportunity to orient both new and veteran mentors to what it really means to be a good mentor. Volunteer mentors are the heart of Bold Idea's education programs. With you as their champion, young coders can be successful in their projects, in school, and in life. So what does it mean to be a good mentor? There's multiple components to be aware of, including building positive relationships and the ages and stages of youth development, among other topics. So we'll share a little bit of information with you just so that you have a better understanding of what it really means to be a Bold Idea mentor.
First, it's important to remember that you are not filling the role of a teacher, and Bold Idea programs are unique learning opportunities outside of the traditional classroom. Teaching is about knowledge, while mentoring is about experience, especially sharing that experience with others. First and foremost, your role is to facilitate self-directed learning. Think for a moment about the last time that you had to learn something new on your own outside of a formal classroom setting. What was that experience like? What was your mindset? What resources did you use to learn? What did you struggle with? Try to draw from that experience while mentoring. It can be hard to start learning something brand new, but having someone to guide you and troubleshoot along the way can be really valuable. When mentoring students, remember to start from where the learner is, not from where you would like them to be. Another thing to keep in mind is that you can think of mentoring as a learning partnership. You and your students are learning together. This helps reinforce the concept of self-directed learning when students see that you are doing activities and projects right alongside them and troubleshooting issues and questions as they come up. Some of you might be trying HTML, CSS, or Python for the first time, and that's great. If you've learned something on your own before, bring that experience and help the student grow as a self-sufficient learner. Bold Idea mentors also play multiple roles over the course of a semester, such as a coach, an academic or career advisor, a role model, and a friend. As a coach, you're there to provide encouragement as students try new things. Help build their confidence and grit. Tell them you got this and celebrate the small wins along the way. In terms of an academic or career advisor, you can help your mentees understand the various paths that they can take in the coming years. Sharing your work and education experiences is invaluable and can highlight opportunities that students may never have even thought of. You can also serve as a positive role model of someone who works in the technology industry. Inspire them to be bold creators of technology. And finally, you're a friend. Be consistently available. Practice focused listening. Guide meaningful reflection with your students, and remember to be sincere in showing interest and concern. Studies show that students who meet regularly with mentors have better school attendance and a better chance of attending college. Building positive relationships with adults has a positive impact both in the present moment and into the future. Students also maintain better attitudes of school and even take on more challenging courses. All of this shows that a supportive mentor can play a meaningful and impactful role in a student's life. So thank you in advance for stepping up and contributing your experience and guidance through mentoring with Bold Idea. We know that building trusting, supportive relationships is key to any learning environment, and you can start laying the foundation for this strong relationship in your very first session and then continue building on it over time. Okay, so it's your first session. You've been put into a breakout room with a couple of students. You don't know them, and they don't know you. There may even be a moment of awkward silence. So, what do you do? First of all, don't panic. But your mentee isn't likely to strike up a conversation or introduce themselves, so it's up to you to start breaking the ice and building that welcoming environment. One technique is to simply find something that you have in common and get to know each other. Try asking some open-ended questions and share some facts about yourself to help them open up. For example, do you like to read? What are some of your favorite books? Have you picked up any new hobbies lately? I've been learning how to play the piano. Do you like to play video games? What is your favorite right now? What do you like to do in your free time? I like running and spending time with my older brothers. Try to keep the conversation going. Keep learning about your mentees and make an effort to remember this stuff from week to week. It's also totally fine to write down anything that you're learning about your students if you don't have a good memory. Be sure to bring it up during the next session. For example, how did that test go that you were worried about? This goes a long way towards establishing trust with your mentee. I think that we all can agree that your connection with others is strengthened when people make a genuine effort to get to know you and remember things about you. And likewise, you remember things about them. Remember that our students are trying something that's new and challenging in Bold Idea. Always be encouraging, and remember to take every opportunity to praise them and give positive feedback. To provide more context around mentoring youth, it's important to consider the stages of youth development at different age levels. While all children are unique in their development, there are some characteristics that they share at specific development stages. These characteristics can be described in 4 primary areas: physical, social, emotional, and intellectual. Oregon State University's 4-H program has created a great handout describing the different stages of youth development. We've included this handout in your Hive dashboard under Resources. Bold Idea students typically fall into the age range of early adolescence, ages 12 to 14. Note that as students are getting older and reaching this early adolescence stage, they're better able to grapple with abstract thinking and want to problem solve. However, attention spans may still be limited, and regular breaks can be useful if students are getting antsy or off track. We encourage you to read through this handout to gain a better understanding of the physical, social, emotional, and/or intellectual aspects of early adolescence. Think about how these aspects of development will come into play with the students that you are mentoring.
I hope that this information has been helpful in providing more context around what it means to be a Bold Idea mentor, how to build positive relationships with your students, and understanding a little bit more about where your students may be coming from development-wise. As one final piece of advice for mentors, I always encourage everyone to be yourself. It's important for our students to interact with adults that have a variety of personalities, work styles, and backgrounds. And so I encourage you to have fun, to be yourself, and to go forth and have a wonderful semester with your students. Good luck!